Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. So, happy Vlogtober, but we can't forget about our notary documents. So we're gonna go ahead and get into some notary documents. We still got to learn, people. Let's get into it. So today we're gonna be discussing a temporary guardianship affidavit. Now, a notary would be asked to notarize this document if one parent is giving another individual temporary guardianship over their child for whatever reason. It could be all kinds of reasons. It could be medical, it could be legal, it could be a lot of different scenarios. But whatever it is, mom or dad has decided to grant temporary guardianship for a certain amount of time. Then this document would come into play. And just to let you know, in the very beginning, this document requires witnesses. So you're going to go ahead and make sure when you talk to the person on the phone before you even accept this assignment, does this document ask for witnesses? And if they say yes, do you have your witnesses? Make sure that they have their witnesses in place before you even show up. So you're going to check the identifications for the two people signing. So parent, the person that's accepting responsibility, and the two witnesses. So 4 people should be showing you the identification. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to start here. So the parent of that child that already has custody is going to put their name and their address here. So it will be the address, the state, the city, the zip code, and then their title. So if it's mom, it's going to be mother. If it's dad, if it's grandmother, whatever it is, whoever has custody already of the child, their title would go there. And then you come down a little further and the child's name will go here, their date of birth and their gender. And here you would go ahead, and this would be basically this is about the cause for the temporary guardianship. So this would be the child's name, and the person that's going to be appointed the temporary guardian name will go here. And that's basically saying that this person will ensure they're going to basically take care of this child. And then you come down a little further, and then they're going to ask what is the reason for granting a legal guardian or a temporary guardian. So then that's when you will put whatever the reason is here. And you'll come down here, and mom or whoever the person that has custody already would initial here. And then the person's name would go here that they're authorizing the temporary guardianship. And that person's address, city and state and zip, would all go there. And you would come down further. And then this is basically just talking about what they authorize and what they don't authorize. So as the parent, if she says you can be temporary guardian, but you can't do XYZ, that's where this would come into place. They would handwrite whatever they don't want this person to have access to. And if it's nothing, then they would just put NA and initial here. And they're basically certifying that these things are true, and basically just saying there's no court orders in effect that's basically prohibiting them from doing this, from granting. So like if they don't already have custody, they can't grant custody that they don't have. So basically it's just saying that they agree with these several things right here. And then you'll come down further, and this is where you're going to put when it's going to come into effect. So the temporary guardianship would start here. You would put the date here. And then when it's supposed to end, you'll put that date here. And then you see it says or until a such time as mom notifies the person who they have given the temporary guardianship to in writing. So this is basically saying these are the dates wrote in stone, unless mom changes her mind and put it in writing and gives it to this person. And ultimately, mom will go ahead and mom will sign her name, print her name, write her title. So whether it's mom, grandmother, dad, whatever. The day that you guys are signing this document all together, and her telephone number. And then you'll come down. And remember, we talked about the witnesses. So on this particular document, there's no lines for the witnesses. So you yourself would go ahead and just draw a line and just write print up under it. And you would write witness. So a person who doesn't know anybody would know that this is the witness signature. So even though it says it here, witness, authorized, and party signature, you're going to, and once again, you see where it says 18, another child cannot sign as a witness. They have to be 18 years old. To me, that's kind of common sense, but you just have to say it just in case. So then you'll come here. The witnesses who have shown you their identification will sign at the top and legibly print their names up under the line. So signature, print. And then you'll come down further. And this is where you would fill it out. So the rest of the document, mom would fill out all of that information. She would sign it, initial it, and the person that has guardianship would sign where she needed to. And now this is your part. You're going to go ahead and put your state, your county, today's date, which will be the date all of you guys are signing. You're going to print mom's name and the person that mom is giving the temporary guardianship to name right here, because they're both going to sign, and you're notarizing, you're certifying their signature. So, and it says basically that they showed their ID, but remember I told you in the beginning, you're going to check everyone's ID. So then you'll come here, you'll sign as the notary. You will write the day your commission expires. And I always just try to put my actual commission number also. So, and that also is on your stamp if you don't know it. So you'll come down, you would actually put your notary stamp here. And then you'll come here, and this page itself is the actual temporary guardian acknowledging that she will have guardianship over this child. So this information, she's basically saying she agrees to. So the temporary guardian name will be printed here. They will come down and they will sign their name, and it will be printed again here. The temporary guardian's phone number would go there, and that day's date, everybody's date should be the same because everybody's meeting up at the very same time. That would go there. And that would be the end of this document. So after you notarize it and you verify everybody's identification and you complete this document, you go ahead and you give it back to mom, and you just give her a little advice that maybe she should take a picture of it and email it to herself so that she'll have a copy just in case it's lost. But ultimately, this is the end of this document, and it's not a hard document at all. And there are so many different documents like this that you might be asked to complete. It might be due to a court case. It might be due to adoption, custody cases, all different types of reasons. But either way, this document is complete. And I want to thank you so much for coming to my channel. And just look out for your very next video. And have a great rest of your day. Thank you.